We got the Cavalier deputy ready. A little stire TMP for my other hand. And some scattergun action just in case. Looks like I'm ready to go to the mall. Welcome back to the Fourth Estate News broadcast program, broadcasting the news most important to you people in the shadows. I'm Gator, and I've got myself a full belly of steak and potatoes. Now, none of that soy dreck yo amateurs call food, but the real thing what was saying moo just a few days ago. That's what success tastes like, chummers. Now, speaking of success, it's a hard lesson to learn, but sometimes it's the bad guys who win. Shadow runners might be willing to shoot your nana in the face, but we do it because we're paid to do it. There are these fellers in this group called Humanis, though, what are willing to shoot poor old Meemaw just because she got her some tusks. So them Humanis fellers, racist dreck holes if you ask me. Well, these fellers decided to hurt some folk down in Tacoma for no good reason, aside from them not being human, or maybe because they was humans who ain't full of hate and stupid like they is. There was this community event in Waller called the Freedom Festival a couple weeks back. Now, Waller used to be this big Dreckhole neighborhood in Tacoma, but, and now get this, but there was this group of idiots what decided to become superheroes, just like them comic trade movies we've been getting for the last few years. Rumor tells that these guys were all karate magicians. Them fellers what ain't got no spells, but they can punch a car to death. Called themselves the Sons of Justice, had a secret fort or some dreck, and they basically worked like a security force. Locals was paying them protection, and they seem to have been doing a good job. I got me a mechanic friend down that way what told me they was all right fellers. So it seems these humanist dreckles was getting their sheet starched by this neighborhood, doing well and getting along fine with orcs and dwarves and humans being friendly with each other. So they decided to bring some of that hate down to the Freedom Festival. Now, I agree that everybody is entitled to their opinions, but I also agree that this here wheel gun got 7 in the cylinder, if y'all understand me fine. So it appears the white sheet crowd set some grenades around the neighborhood as a distraction. Because once they exploded, there was this poor orc grandmother what done got her head excavated with a few grams of high velocity metal. This granny was the spokesperson for them superheroes, I might add. The cowardly sumbitch what shot her also took a few shots at other people in the crowd. It seems pretty clear now that they was targeting the Colorful Undies group because they attacked a food bank just a little bit later and lured a bunch of them there and started shooting. I'm talking a complete crossfire kill zone shooting gallery in a barrel. Now, these justice fellers wasn't all good because they had this leader, now get this leader what called himself Red Dragon. Well, Mr. Dragon, I guess he gets all scared and peepees in his lacquer bodysuit because he done picked up one of his own people and used the poor feller as a shield. Now, I ain't never used no friend of mine to, well, huh. Well, okay, so there was this one time that a buddy of mine, let's call him Kung Pao. He done did dive in front of my truck and save her from getting all shot up with the APD as armor penetrator rounds once. But he done did that of his own particular desire to see old Gator alive and well. So technically, I didn't use no human shield. So these superheroes seem to be disbanded, and KE is releasing all sorts of statements about vigilantes and whatnot. I guess the only payment for a good deed is watching your granny get shot in the face at a cookout with your neighbors watching. Anyway, that's enough news for now, y'all. I'm Gator, and I need to pay me a visit to a certain set of chicken feet. Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and/or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to the Fourth Estate Militia podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and/or proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on his website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Fourth Estate Militia podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast are the property of their respective owners. Original content of the Fourth Estate Militia podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. So if you use any part of the show, please give us credit.